Yeah.
Okay. Now, you clash bands like this. Now, applaud like this. All right, now please put one arm on each arm of the chair. And look toward me. Now, as you hold your head in that position, without moving your head, look all the way up to the top of your head, straight up as high as you can, higher, higher, higher. And as you look up, slowly close your eyelids. Close while you're looking up. Close completely. Close, that's right. Keep looking up while you close. That's right. Now take a deep breath. 3, exhale. Let your eyes relax and let your body float. Imagine yourself floating right through the chair. There'll be something pleasant and welcome about this imaginary floating. As you concentrate on this floating, I'm going to concentrate on your left arm and hand. In a while, I'm going to stroke the middle finger of your left hand. After I do, you'll develop movement sensations in that finger. Then the movements will spread, causing your left hand to feel light and buoyant, and you let it float upward, ready. First one finger, then another. And as these restless movements develop, your left hand will lift upward, your left elbow bend, your forearm float into an upright position. Just permit your hand to feel like a buoyant balloon, and just like a dancer, let it float upward. You have the power to do it. That's right. High, help it along all the way up. Let your elbow rest on the chair. That's right. Higher, all the way. Help it along all the way up. Higher, higher. Still more. Faster, faster. All the way up. That's right. Still more. All the way. I'm going to position your arm in this manner so. Your forearm and hand will remain in this position even after I give you the signal for your eyes to open. In fact, after your eyes are open, when I put your hand down, it will float right back up to where it is now. You'll find something amusing about this sensation. Later, when I touch your left elbow, your usual sensation and control will return. In the future, each time you give yourself a signal for the self-hypnosis, at the count of 1, your eyes will roll upward. By 3, your eyelids will close and you'll be in a relaxed trance state. Each time you'll find the experience easier and easier. Now I'm going to count backwards. At 2, again your eyes will roll upward with your eyelids closed, and at 1, you'll let them open slowly and ready. 3, 2, with your eyelids closed, roll up your eyes, and 1 just open slowly, open all the way. Stay in this position and describe what physical sensations you're aware of now in your left hand and arm. Is it comfortable? Are you aware of any tingling sensations?
Yes, in the fingers.
Does your left hand feel as if it is not as much a part of your body as your right hand?
Yes.
Now note this. If you saw that in somebody else, would you believe it? Now, by way of comparison, while it remains there, raise your right hand up. All the way up. Now put your right arm down. Are you aware of a difference in sensation in your right arm going up compared to the left?
Somewhat.
How would you describe the difference? For example, did one feel lighter or heavier?
Seems, well, right hand it seemed to have control, seems to be heavier.
Yeah. And which arm did you have more control?
Right.
Now note this. Make a tight fist, open. Are you aware of a change in sensation now in your left arm? Lift them both up together. Put them both down. Now, is there any difference in control, or is the control becoming equal?
Control is more equal.
Why? Is there anything that I said or did that might account for that?
I don't know.
When your left arm went up before, did you get a physical sense of lightness or buoyancy?
Yes, buoyancy.
Did you get that feeling in any other part of your body, like your head, neck, chest, abdomen, thighs, legs, all over, or just your left hand or arm?
I feel like sitting in a chair, but it feels like almost like floating in water or something.
Yeah, so it's all over again. Okay.
Like in a swimming pool or something.
Yeah. All right. Now you're learning what it's like to feel hypnosis. You were just in and out of hypnosis. You didn't go to sleep. You didn't black out. It's a method of concentration. A more accurate way of describing hypnosis is you develop parallel awareness. It's like the here and there at the same time. For example, you were there paying attention to me. While you were, something happened to your left arm, and you were aware of that too. That's what hypnosis is. The value of it is it makes your mind most receptive to your own thoughts. The strategy that you use to uncover memories is what we're going into next. Now, before we get to that, I want to point out something. I didn't tell you that you would have more control in one arm compared to the other. You discovered that. People with hypnotic capacity discovered that difference in this test. But I did tell you what will cause the control to become equal. Now, even though your arm knew what to do, you now have an amnesia to what I said. That amnesia is part of the hypnotic experience. I'll repeat what I said, see if the memory doesn't return. I said, later when I touch your left elbow, your usual sensation and control will return to your left arm again. Remember that?
Yes, now I get it.
Now you remember this, did I touch your left elbow?
Yes, you did.
Are you inferring I did, or do you remember whether I did?
You did.
How many times?
Twice.
Are you remembering or are you guessing?
Guessing.
Yeah, well, you're correct. I'll repeat what I did and see if the memory doesn't come back fully. Your arm was up like this, and I said to you, now note this. I did this, I said, make a fist open, and I did this, and come down like that.
That's the one I remember the most,
Oh,
when we did it the second time.
Right. See, it shows that your mind is so organized that you have your headquarters up here, then you have many subsystems that can work almost independently but still be part of your main theme. It's that feature you can now use to get a handle on old memories if they're around. So you have he has a good profile for this, so we have some work we can do now.
Great.
Now you can see for yourself how even though you don't know the test, you see how well he responded to this. And the critical thing is he discovered that, his arm went up right away. He discovered that was some degree of involuntariness, which is essential to identify hypnotic capacity. All right, now with that in mind, let's see what we can focus on now. Where should we go first? You want to go to the first question about the general chronology of events?
Yeah, I would. I think it would be easiest for Dennis if we just take him back to what he recalls from the moment he was told to be present at the facility that day, and
right.
that the president was coming, and
okay.
What he remembers from there on in.
Okay, all right. Okay, now, this is a way in which, see, in a way, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. When I tested you to find out, you just followed my directions, and you've discovered that you have this ability. So from now on, you can now learn to shift gears and go into a trance state anytime you want to if you have a mission to do. So this is the way you do it. Without moving your head, look all the way up to the top of your head. Way up, and as you look up, slowly close your eyelids, take a deep breath. Exhale, eyes relax, body float, one hand float up like a balloon. Either hand you decide. That's right, all the way. When it reaches this upright position, this becomes your signal to enter a state of meditation, which you concentrate on this imaginary floating. You can make it more vivid by imagining that you're floating in water, or that you're like an astronaut floating above the field of breath. At the same time you do that, in your mind's eye, visualize a huge movie screen, or a TV screen, or if you wish, a clear blue sky that acts like a screen. On this screen, you project your thoughts and memories, whatever feelings you have related to those thoughts and memories, out there on the screen while you float here. This is like setting up a private theater in which you are viewing the memories of your own life. In this way, this makes you both the rememberer, as well as the actor, as well as the audience, all at the same time in the memories of your own life. So as you now sit here, feel yourself floating. Imagine this big screen out there. Place a time on the screen, and then you report to us what you're seeing on the screen. Where would you like to start?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Go ahead.
Tuesday. November.
November?
23rd.
23rd.
Then Tuesday, November 20th.
Yes. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
63.
63, okay. Go ahead. What are you seeing?
Okay.
What? Yes?
It's a radio.
Yes?
It's a radio.
Yeah?
He killed him.
Yeah.
Killed him.
Yeah.
Eddie, what the hell? What the hell happened?
Yes.
Tell us.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Assassin. Assassin.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Barb.
Yes?
Kids have been assassinated. No, I'm not kidding. Turn the radio. Turn on the radio. It's on there. It's been shot. Thanks, Sergeant. Not your telephone.
Yes. Go ahead.
Just keeps talking over and over about the assassination.
Yeah. Where are you while this is happening?
This is the third section, building 140,
Yes, go ahead.
Bethesda,
Go ahead.
Barb Monroe, and a friend of mine. Then I went back down to my office, next floor, first floor, correspondence training. Eddie Lewis, otherwise.
Go ahead. Where are you now?
Sitting in that office, just listen to the radio. The Washington station talking about this. All kinds of commentators. Don't make sense. Trying to figure out why I'm talking about it. 15, I think. See that happen? Around 1:05, 1 o'clock, this shot. Yeah, he's doing crossword puzzles. He quit doing it now. He's crying as much as I.
Yeah. Is it Eddie?
Yeah, Lewis, Mr.
Yes.
Lewis really, Ensign Lewis.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Ensign Lewis. See, odd to see a man crying.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Now time is moving forward. Place yourself as the time is moving forward.
He just called from the front office to set the watch. I got the duty today. What?
Go ahead.
Must be. 2:45.
Yes.
Well, gotta go to the main building. Finds liaison office. Everybody's crying. Or has been. It's quiet. So quiet. So quiet. Just sitting in the office listening to the radio. Dr. Boswell's there.
Now let's move forward now at a time when you're getting involved. Place a time now when you first realize that you're getting involved.
It's 5 o'clock. News.
5 o'clock news, go ahead.
They're bringing the body. Oh, hell. It'll be visible around here tonight.
Why?
We had, it all falls under our building.
Yeah.
Doctor, you're not being for
All right. Go ahead. Just let's hear what's happening now. You're there, and you're now sharing with us what you're seeing.
Dr. Boswell.
Go ahead.
You just heard that they're going to be bring the body back. All right, I called.
Go ahead.
Calling Captain Stover, commanding officer,
Yes.
and he tells me he heard it too and is on his way in.
Yeah.
Be here shortly.
Yes. Okay, keep going.
Talk to you. Keep the duty section on alert. It was after 7. Zimmerman called me, wants me to come up to the front desk. I walk in. Several people there in civilian clothes. Like a bunch of detectives or something, blue suits and all of that stuff. O'Neill is Secret Service. He's asked us to set security all our spaces. Chief Feltner from the dental school, Zimmer from the hospital. I'll take care of medical school spaces. So I went back down, 5 minutes later in the office. Called people over. $7:30, $7:32. Called Boswell, told him I just got a phone call that a visitor's on his way. Need to get some men to the morgue area. Walked out, went to the basement round. It's a black hearse just backing up to the jetty. Driver, green smock, both of them. There's a driver right in front, white pants, green smock. Five men got out of the back of the hearse. It's a shipping casket. The men I brought down with me carried into the anteroom, just inside the morgue. And my back up front. Found one of the kids run off on one of the doors. Checked the old man's office on the second floor. Helicopter landing. I quite make out who they are. Men. Unloading some beers or boxes or something.
Yes, go ahead.
Take a dress.
What do you know? What is that?
Blood all over her dress.
Oh, no.
Blood all front, top front of her dress. Jackie, just, this is Jackie. Just keep it. Don't
Oh.
smack her. Scratch it back in his head. Bobby Kennedy. Know the names of one of the others, and I've seen them on the news. Just coming in.
Yeah.
Everybody can find us last time. And you don't see the crowd. That whole area around the springs is just one big, massive amount. And I think every cop in a 100-mile radius is out there lining the driveway.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I've been over this place a dozen times, walked all over this building. It's getting late. I don't know what time they'll finish up down there.
Go ahead.
Down in the morgue area. Just standing, looking through the swing doors down the towards the passageway. The men are still there. All the doors. Schroeder. Lieutenant Schroeder. Schroeder. Ask me. Yeah, I can tell you. I've got security clearance. O'Neill. Stewart. Stewart. Shows a badge. He's got a badge. Secret Service. FBI. We can do it up in Lisa's office.
What can we do with this office?
We can type up the letter, the memorandum if he wants, whatever.
Yes.
Stewart. Agent Stewart. It's got a little pill bottle, brown, snack cap. Today's date. Typing the memorandum.
What's the date?
November 23rd. Date.
Go ahead.
You want to whom it may be served.
Yeah.
At 11:05 p.m. Should put 23:05. Why 11:05? Following items were removed during postmortem. They had a job. John F. Kennedy. East 1. 3 by 6, 2 millimeter. The 4 pieces. These 2 by 4 by 4. These 3, 1 by 3 by 4, and 4. 1 by 1 by 3. The agent told me to pour them in my hand to look at them alone. Pour them out in my hand. This is what killed the president.
What killed the president?
These pieces of lead in my hand.
Oh, no. Yes. Yes.
The agent takes the memorandum. Stewart took the memorandum. He even took the car and took tape out of the typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
Took everything with her.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
God, I'm tired. Went back down as far as liaison office. Sitting there relaxed, trying to relax.
Yeah.
They apparently completed the autopsy.
Where are you now while the autopsy's going on?
Finance liaison.
Yes, go ahead.
Under building, under the dental building, right, in the basement. Dental
Yeah.
school's directly above us.
Okay.
Just somebody called Chief Zimmer from the hospital.
Yeah.
We can release security from the building. About time, it's 2 o'clock. I'm gonna go get some. Well,
2 o'clock. Is this
in the morning,
in the morning? Yeah, go ahead.
2 a.m.
Go ahead.
to the Gita. Sort of around there. And then talking about the, said there was 2 caskets. Because of security purposes, they had 2 caskets. I don't know, I only saw one. Brain came in later.
Who came in later?
When one of the kids said the brain came in later.
Oh, the brain. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Said he came in on a gurney with a towel wrapped over it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of rumor. Why would they do that? It's 4:30. I want to go to bed. I didn't go to bed.
When is your shift over?
I get up at 6 anyway to finish at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I get a couple hours sleep.
Go ahead.
Sleep. Got up at a little after 6.
Well, now, when you were talking about that brain coming in, who was the man that saw the brain on the gurney?
One of the corpsmen that HN, don't know his name,
H.N.?
that works for, attached to the hospital.
Uh-huh.
He was working, I think he's working emergency room while
Have you seen him before?
no, I don't believe so.
Mm-hmm. And he says what to you?
Said that they brought a brain in on a gurney with a towel thrown over it.
Mm-hmm.
But why would they put it on a gurney and throw a towel over it?
Mm-hmm.
For that matter of fact, they could carry it.
Now, what time is this when this is happening?
It's around, it's around 3:30, 4 o'clock, talking,
Oh.
having coffee. And they eat snack bar.
Uh-huh. You're there with him?
6 or 7.
6 or 7?
All the HMs, people still in watch.
Now, what's this man's, and then you call him Jay, what do you say his name is? And that reported on the brain?
Don't know his name, it's just an HN.
An HN. And what time did he say he saw the brain?
He didn't. He just said that they brought the brain in.
And what time is it now that he's telling you this?
About 3:30.
About 3:30. And he says they just brought it in.
No, they brought it in earlier, but he didn't say when.
I see. Okay. All right, go ahead. Now, do you tired? Do you say you
To bed.
You go to bed? And now you come out of bed, then what?
Wrote up the log.
What time is it now that you're writing?
6:05.
Go ahead.
Writing the log up.
Go ahead.
Smokey came in a few minutes ago. It's unusual. He usually doesn't come in till around 8.
Smoky?
Captain Stover.
Oh, Stover.
He's the commanding officer.
Yeah.
Everybody calls him Smokey.
Yes. And
Wrote
Royce?
up the log.
Yeah.
You know. Wait to get something to eat, breakfast.
Go ahead.
About 1:15. Took the log to Boswell to sign. And then met my wife. She just came into work. Go back to correspondence training.
Yes.
Go back to work. Not much is getting done. Everybody's still a little upset yesterday.
Go ahead.
Work on a book, hematology. To go back to the log that you're writing,
what time was the body logged in that last night?
7:34.
7:34. Is this what you put in the log?
Yes.
7:34. Did you see the body come in?
Casket.
The casket, yes. And how about, are you seeing the casket? Now, put yourself there. What color is it?
Gray.
Gray? You see anything else?
Sailors.
Sailor.
6 men.
6 men.
Reverend Tish is one of them.
Yeah.
They offloaded. The other one's carrying it.
Mm-hmm.
5 guys in blue suits. Some kind of government agents.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now let's go forward. Now it's the next day now, and go ahead from there.
Work on hematology.
Yeah.
Try to Yeah, no use, just listen to the radio. Tell them about the assassination.
Yeah.
School repository building, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Somebody named Oswald. They have him in custody. Don't do anything today, just listen to the radio and wonder what's happening.
All right, go ahead.
Good time to go home. I'm still beat from yesterday. Long day.
Okay, now I want to shift the scene. I'm going to move over to this meeting with Bill Pitzer. Where is he?
In his office.
And you're there with him?
Yes.
What's happening?
He has a film monitor on his desk.
Yes.
Looks like he's editing film.
Yes.
And he has some. He's got a view box with some slides on it.
Yes.
Got 35mm slides.
Yes.
They're the autopsy.
Yeah.
Just look at the size of their wounds. Back of the head's blown off. God, it's horrible. There's a little hole in the right temple.
Yes.
What is it? A large slice across the throat.
Now, as Bill shows you these photos, does he tell you who took the photos?
I assume Bill did. No, doesn't say.
He doesn't say.
No.
You just assume that.
Yes.
Did he act as if they were his photos?
Doesn't say, just
He doesn't say. All right.
he's taking, there's 16 millimeter, he's taking
Yeah.
parts of it
Yeah.
and making slides, like
Yeah.
35 millimeter slides of them.
And does he tell you who tells him to do this?
No. He's head of the audiovisual.
Oh, he's head of audiovisual, so he does. Could it be he's doing this on his own?
I would think so. I would think that. I would ask him why he did it.
Okay. You don't think it's right to ask him?
No, we were warned. Things that thing around is to be treated as top as secret, not to be.
Oh, yes. Now, as you were looking at these photos now, describe in real detail what you're seeing in the photos.
Just they're not really photos as much as they look like negatives.
Like negatives, yes. Go ahead. Describe them.
There's side of the president's head, right side.
Go ahead.
Little, it looks like 2.5 inch by 1.5 inch, 3/4 hole in his back. One
Yeah.
picture, one view, his head is perfectly prone, almost conceals the wound.
Yeah.
The next picture shows his head twisted slightly to the left. You see the wound, see the one missing. Eye, right eye kind of bug eye, pushed out.
You what? I didn't hear that.
Eye, right eye appears to be
Oh.
protruding, pushed
Right
out.
out's protruding.
Just a hole, maybe hard to tell. Three-eighths size, maybe half-inch hole. Slightly to temple area,
Uh-huh.
just above the eye. You can see that. And go.
Go ahead. How many slides are there to look at?
I see 4 laying there. Apparently, seem to be taken from the film strip. I don't know. This is what it looks like.
Are there any that show his mouth and his throat?
One
What does that show?
shows a slice like somebody did a sloppy job of doing a tracheotomy. Hell, I've done tracheotomies and I didn't take an incision that big. It's almost It's almost 2 inches long. It appears to be. Don't need that big an incision to do a trach. It was useless anyway from the size of the head wound. Wouldn't have done any good.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know. Why would they do a trach? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Time to go.
Time to go where?
Time to go to lunch.
Go to lunch?
Get out.
Now, you're going to lunch now, but as time goes on now, does Bill ever discuss these films again with you?
No.
That's like all ever says to you about it?
Turn them over. Smoky.
And there's no discussion ever after this?
No.
Does he have any opinions about it that he shares with you?
Why? It was obvious. The shot came from the front. He agrees. Looks just like the well, it looks just like the kid we had in Morocco. Except the hole in the back was a lot bigger than the kid. Frank was hit with an M1 rifle and about 12 inches away from his chest. Put my little finger into the wound. Put both fists into the exit wound in his back. Took out chunks of liver, intestine, pancreas. Really messed him up. Took out, just hit at that angle, went down across. They're saying on it that he was shot from behind. Doesn't make sense.
Right now, in a while, I'm going to give you the signal to let your eyes open. You'll still remain in the hypnotic trance while you're looking at what I have to show you. Later, when I touch your forehead, your eyes will again close. While your eyes are open and looking at these photos, you'll be able to let your left arm move downward. When I touch your forehead and your eyes close again, your arm will again float upward. Now ready? Now Dennis, are these pictures something like, is there anything like what you saw? You can hold them if you wish. The wound was where?
Here.
Oh.
This was right there.
Oh.
It's not what I saw.
That's not what you saw. What about this one?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
I didn't see that. It wasn't there.
And what about that one?
That's the left side. The other side. No,
Yeah, that's the left side.
I never saw a picture like that.
You never saw that one?
No,
What about that one?
no, wasn't that. Wasn't all this.
Was this the one do you see this one?
This is the one.
Oh,
yes.
what?
There's a little hole right here. Should have been. Right there. It looks like. See where that little patch or something?
Yeah.
There's a little hole right there. Then this is the one I saw.
Uh-huh.
This type thing.
So-
Remember?
Was that one of the pictures that Spitzer, the Bill showed you?
One was very similar to that.
Yeah,
One of the things. It was hard to see the wound back here
yeah.
until they showed there was another picture though with his head tilted like this, and you could see the exit wound, or at least the hole back there.
Yeah.
I never saw any of these. No. This is one like that. It was similar. See, you couldn't see back here the things, but you could see a little hole right here. And of course, then, as I said, nobody would make a sloppy job of a tracheotomy like that. Only need a incision about like that to a trach.
And is this one of the photos that you saw with Bill?
It looks like one of the negatives.
Yes.
Or similar because it shows things, except that the eyes seem to be protruding a little more than it is there. But it's very, very similar.
Yes.
Okay.
Where do you think these films were taken? Can you recognize this place?
really. Doesn't.
Can you recognize this background here? What
That's a tile deck. I can.
you recognize
In
that?
the morgue, but I don't remember. I think the morgue had a deck like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Can't remember. I never was in the morgue very often. I never did like morgues.
Mhm.
I used to,
Mhm.
when I was at,
You don't remember the floor.
on the floor, I don't
How
remember.
about this? Does that look familiar to you?
Could be. Could have been an armory. They had a device like this that they put monkeys. They were doing nerve autopsies on monkeys and animals. Could be. I don't know.
All right, now can you describe that room?
It's on the ground floor or on the
I'll tell you
basement.
what we're going to do. As you describe, let me do this. Just go back into let your eyes close, and now put yourself into that room and describe it for us.
I guess you'd say in the basement, although the door opens out onto the parking lot area. But the table, tile deck, several cabinets. You look out, 2 windows, one on each side of the door. As you look out, parking lot about 1 step down. Parking lot is maybe 60, 70 feet across. And then there's the building that runs back through the rest of the compound. Trees, grass, everything. You can see through no leaves on the trees. You can see the maintenance buildings, or jetty, the back of the hospital, and then back. Center. You stand outside the door, over to your right. This is stainless steel table in there, a couple of them. Too big. Stainless steel deep sinks, if you want to call them. Cabinets with tools, glass tools inside, instruments, autopsy.
Anything else?
smells disinfectant. Trash containers, if you will. It's about all there. Just a dissection room.
Now, I'm going to ask you to shift to this. Did the morgue at the NAMRI, NAMRI, at the table there, the phone that's there and the kind of headrest, can you describe that? Put yourself there and as you see it, tell us what you see.
There's a stainless steel bar with hoops to immobilize the animal's head. There's a tray that sits on the top of the table of all instruments. There's a scale of scale, it's like a rod that's fastened to the side of the table. Weigh.
Just let yourself relax. Just feel yourself floating. All right, now in a short while, I'm going to give it a signal to come out of the trance. You'll have a relaxed, refreshed feeling. And listen to this carefully. It may well be that as you reflect on what you've remembered today, can stir up other memories almost any time of the day or night. It would be useful if you were alert to this and have a pad of paper nearby so that in the event some flash memory occurs to you that you think is fresh or significant, to make a note of it. It can happen at almost any time at all. So if you're prepared for it, you're able to make a note of it, and then you can get in touch with Rick. Now I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. With 2, your eyes will roll upward with your eyelids closed, and at 1, let them open slowly. We're ready. 3, 2. With your eyelids closed, roll up your eyes, and 1 just open slowly. Open. Now make a fist, put the hands up. Open your fist, let it float down, and that's the end of the exercise. How long do you feel you've been sitting in this chair?
A few minutes.
A few minutes? Would you like to know what time it is now?
Yeah.
It's 20 of 12.
We started at what, 10?
Yeah.
We had a signal.
Yeah.
That's
That's right.
time went by too quick as it is.
Now, do you have a recall of what transpired since 10 o'clock?
Was I crying?
Yes, you were. Yeah.
I remember some of it.
Well, how do you feel about it?
I think we got, some important details that Dennis was interested in getting. He's a very good subject.
Yes.
You remembered some things I think will surprise yourself when you see this tape. And we found some very important information out, much more than I expected. This worked out quite well. Yeah.
Okay, good.
In fact, while Dennis is kind of unwinding from all this, perhaps in the last few minutes we have in this hour, I could get just your overall impressions about the whole nature of this kind of technique, and Dennis as a subject, just an overview from you as to how you think this whole session went, so we can get your opinions on tape as well.
Okay, sure.
I hate to break this up, but I've been saying I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, sure, go ahead. If you go outside, turn left. There's the bathroom.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, it turns out that Dennis is a good hypnotic subject. He scores on the high level. On the profile grade is a 3 on a 0 to 4 scale, and on the induction score he scores 15 on a 0 to 16 scale, where the zone of hypnotizability is 6 to 16. And on his personality features, he tends to score in a high mid-range, so that 3 different appraisals all agree that he's somewhere in the high mid-range to the high side of hypnotizability. So we can expect from somebody like that to be able to go back into his past memories and recall with a good deal of vividness many details that he ordinarily doesn't remember. So it is not surprising that he did come up with new information about this. And what is also very relevant to this is that he without being told, his affect, his emotion came through too. This is what Freud called abreaction. That when he went back to the moment that he got the news, he just broke into tears and cried. So we knew then that we were really touching something authentic about his feeling about this and the atmosphere in which he could now recall details.
From what I seem to sense, and this is the first time I've ever seen this process, a lot of the things that Dennis seemed to be, recollecting were very raw images, and not so much perhaps the end result of what maybe some people call memory merge, where, things that you think you saw or heard, you tend to believe, when in essence you may not have experienced it. What I saw, and maybe you could elaborate on that, seemed to be we really went back and got the very raw data that Dennis did experience that day.
It seemed to have that ring of authenticity about it, and if you notice that he also, without being told, he referred to this in the present tense, as if it was happening now. Like sometimes, like one day he was talking about yesterday, when it was really back in 1963. So you see, he was feeling it in the present tense, and when people can go back that way in their memory, in the trance concentration, the odds are very likely that you get this vivid, raw recovery. We can't always be positive about it, but it has that quality, and then that's also subject to further corroboration.
Now, from your position as an expert in this field, when you see this kind of information come forth as a matter of the process, how much of this information do we feel we can really rely on as being, definitive? A lot of people will question, well, he said this or that, but did he really, experience this,
Well, there was a consistent, we cannot be absolutely positive 100%, but we can be very, in terms of probability, look at the way things resonate with each other. his high degree of hypnotizability without being told experience it in the present tense, without being told experience the emotion related to it. And the way he describes the events in those vivid details gives it a high probability that it is historically accurate. But we cannot be 100% positive. We have to keep looking also for other data to see how it corroborates with this. It's hard to make the flat statement that any memory is absolutely positive, the truth, but we can only see how it jibes with other information that gives it an evaluation of its credibility. In his case, the probabilities are very high that these are authentic memories, and as you put it, that does have that quality of being a raw imprint that is now recovered.
I guess the last question I would have for you is you mentioned to both Dennis and I before we even started this process that certain states recognize that this technique, if you may, for deriving information, and it is applicable in a court of law. In other places it isn't. It was certainly not the basis of what we did today in order to connect this data or information we retrieved to any pending or current court or legal case. Yet nevertheless, if someone were to ask you in that context to qualify Dennis David and the information that you derived from this session, how would you qualify his credibility based on your experience with the number of these cases?
On the scale of 0, meaning no credibility, to 10 being the ultimate truth, I would put him on a scale of 9 to 10.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Spiegel.
Welcome.